What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfire Spider-Man. Brand new day. Principal photography is in full swing, pun totally intended. Today we got brand new behind the scenes set photos revealing Scorpion for the very first time, and industry insiders have weighed in with greater context for the scene. But today we're going to change gears just a little bit because, if true, we have a full leak for the post-credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And as highly anticipated, it leads to a huge connection for Avengers Doomsday and a massive setup for the next film. We're going to break down all the details that were included, and because some details weren't, go ahead and annotate those with what we already know is going on. We're breaking it all down, the latest Spider-Man Brand New Day post-credit scene leak. But first, I want to tell you guys about an opportunity to meet me, say hi, and check out my band. We just announced a brand new All-Fire show on November 15th, just over a month away, in Tampa, Florida at Dunedin Brewery's Moon Tower. So if you're in the greater Tampa or Orlando area, if you want to come by and say hi and check us out, tickets are extremely limited. I'll leave a link down in the description and the comments. Again, I'd love to meet you guys when we're out playing live shows. Doors are open at 7:30. I'll be hanging out at the venue. Come by, say hi, check out the band. It's a great time. And again, tickets are cheap, only $15, but extremely limited. So grab your tickets early and I'll see you in Tampa on November 15th. Okay, so first up, the normal spoiler warning when we cover this kind of content at the channel. This originated as a Discord leak that got disseminated through the normal kind of trades that cover that kind of content. In lots of cases, the anonymous stuff isn't true or right, but in some cases, it's absolutely true. That's why we cover that stuff at the channel. So if this is in any way going to ruin your MCU, Phase 6, or Spider-Man Brand New Day experience, only you know if you're susceptible to that kind of thing, now would be the time to back out. Otherwise, we're going to dive right in. Okay, so for the post-credit scene leak for Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's revealed that in the end, we're going to see a brand new planet appear over the sky in New York. It's then going to be revealed to be a parallel Earth. And of course, this is setting up an incursion between that Earth and our own. It's then described as connecting to an invasion of heroes from that Earth fighting against the heroes that are still on our Earth in the 616 and during the beginning of Avengers Doomsday. Then the description goes on to say, and it's unclear whether this is the ending or a second post-credit scene, where we'll see Sam Wilson Captain America attempting to recruit Spider-Man to be a part of his Avengers team, which of course will be almost full circle here because we know Tony did the same thing, and much in the way that he turned down Tony Stark, he's also going to turn down Sam Wilson's Captain America and not become a member of the Avengers. Now, working backwards through this description, that part about Sam Wilson approaching Spider-Man is eerily corroborated by something we know that's already confirmed. It's already been confirmed months ago that Yelena Belova will actually appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, it's unclear whether or not she'll be fighting against the same forces and villains that Spider-Man and maybe the Punisher will be in New York, where the new Avengers have taken up residency, but it's also assumed that she may be approaching Spider-Man to try to convince him to join their team, and there might be somewhat of a race here, whether playfully or otherwise, between Yelena Belova and Bucky and the new Avengers and Sam Wilson and his Avengers to sort of recruit whatever superheroes are left that haven't joined a roster to make their team even stronger. So I could absolutely see Sam Wilson trying to get Spider-Man on their team, and probably because of what he accomplishes and during Spider-Man Brand New Day, he's going to be hailed again as this brand new hero, only because they've already had their memory erased of anything he's done in the past. And keep in mind, there's an important distinction to make here. Everyone remembers there's a Spider-Man, they just don't know that he's Peter Parker if that was already revealed before. So Spider-Man would still be known to Falcon and the Winter Soldier from their run-in during Civil War. He would still be known to those who fought alongside him in Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. They just wouldn't know that he's Peter Parker. That's the specific difference. And so when I say they're racing to recruit this new hero that might prove himself, it might just be that they don't remember he's a young kid or inexperienced, and Falcon specifically may not have the ill memories he has of him when he had to fight him back in Civil War. That is all to say, though, the other part of this, setting up an incursion between an unknown Earth and our 616, well, this imagery is drawing directly from the Secret Wars comic book run that Jonathan Hickman worked on with Time Runs Out and his lead up to Secret Wars in 2015. In that comic run, it was an incursion between the 1610 Ultimates and the 616 universe. But obviously, the MCU's 616 was sort of fashioned after the 1610 Ultimates universe, or at least some of the characters were, and so in that sense, I think there's one specific timeline it could most likely be, and that's the 10,005, the X-Men timeline, where Monica Rambeau is right now. I think that's setting up the whole Avengers versus X-Men scene, where all of a sudden, you will have two Earths headed into an incursion where the heroes lined up on either side think the only way to save their Earth from this impending incursion and ultimate destruction is to defeat the other heroes, because somehow, and again, this is according to each side, it's the opposite Earth to blame. That's how Doctor Doom is going to pit them all against each other, and really, we won't ultimately know the cause of all these incursions or how things are going right when the movie starts. X-Men vs. Avengers is probably going to be one of these first act things, and now they're setting it up in a Spider-Man post-credit scene, but we're going to learn slowly that behind it all, Doctor Doom has been pulling the strings to set all of this up, regardless of how the movie starts or what he's able to convince his quote-unquote new followers across the multiverse of. Ultimately, it's going to come down to Doctor Doom trying to enact his plan. Now, I am a little surprised that we don't hear any mention of Doctor Doom possibly being in a post-credit scene, and the reason I bring this up is that plausibly I think there could be a second post-credit scene or something that actually shows a little more Doom, a scene that's actually directed by the Russos in the same way we got the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts post-credit scenes directed on the set of Doomsday and by the Russos. I think they probably will do the same thing here, because think about the Infinity Saga. At the end there, when they knew they were using Thanos and we were ramping up to it, they would put Thanos in a post-credit scene somewhere else, talking about something else. He didn't have to be a part of the film, and that's why I'm just a little surprised here that Marvel Studios would choose to purposely leave Robert Downey Jr. out. I know, I get it, Doctor Doom saving the reveal for Doomsday, the whole thing, but man, they know they're going to use him. This is prime real estate, post-credit scenes for Spider-Man Brand New Day, leading up to the next Avengers. Just seeing another Earth appearing in a skyline and setting it up for a huge fight, well, literally, unless the X-Men jump into New York City and start fighting the Avengers again, that's not the sort of hype or the sort of thing that I think they'd want to do in a post-credit scene, so I'm just surprised all in all that that's not what's in the description. Maybe there's still yet to be more revealed, but you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Are you hyped for this, or do you think it should be something else? I'm all ears as always. Remember to hit the sub button and leave a comment down below to be entered for the giveaways. Also, again, we are playing a show in Tampa, my band Allfires. I will be hanging out right as doors open, so you can come by and meet me, say hi. You can find the ticket link down in the description and comments. I hope to see you there. Thanks for checking out the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.